Hey guys, how's it going? Wanted to start out this new series idea I had basically of using the offline mode to train people, probably mostly newer players in PvP and stuff. I figure it's a good way to condense training and make a lot of progress in a short amount of time. Beforehand, you all know I recommend the offline AI practice, but against people could be even better. Just got to work out some of the kinks. But here's some examples of me doing that. And sorry for the quality. It was on 720p, and I forgot to turn it back to 1080. So the future ones will be higher quality. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below of this type of video format style, guys. All right, enjoy. All right, I'm ready when you guys are.
I'm in glass corner hallway.
You all ready, Nimbus?
Yeah, let me get in glass corner hallway with him.
Yeah, well, it's you two versus B.
Oh, I forgot
Killa.
that we were not there. Right. I'm coming.
I'll be in the opposite corner, and then when you guys are all ready, go ahead.
I'm ready when you are.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Sounds like he might be on metal, so I'm thinking rafters. Possibly. He could be up here. Be careful when coming up here. You might get a nice angle. Be careful, don't come up. He's in tunnels, I think.
Yep.
Come on.
By pumping station.
Where is he? Oh, okay.
Uh,
I got you. Heal and no cover. I'm gonna peek him. He got my arms.
down in tunnels.
Okay. Oh, damn!
Nice, you got me. I ran out of ammo.
Ooh, goddamn.
Are you gonna survive the bleeds?
Yeah.
That was good. That was pretty good. I was trying to play it in a way where I wasn't listening to your comms or anything. I don't think I didn't do anything that went off of those because I was purposely ignoring them. But that was pretty good. That was a fair little matchup for the both of us, I think.
Yeah, I thought I got behind you, but then you just peeked out behind him and absolutely obliterated me.
Yeah, so let's break down a little bit about how I went about doing what I did there, because it was actually all kind of had a plan behind it, and then what I think you guys could have done differently. So at the beginning of the match, I went over to the pit where I first shot you, and I kind of stood. You heard the metal of me going up the stairs, and then I stood by that box with the weapon box right there, and I heard you guys coming, and I heard you guys on wood. So I was like, okay, I really like that spot by the box because it's unpredictable. with a little bit of cover, and it's people don't expect it because you're in the middle of the open, basically, right? And then as soon as you hear someone come on wood, you know they're in stripper. So I heard you on wood, and what I was going to do was I was going to wait till you came out the other side towards the office on the first floor, and then I was going to shoot you in the head through the blue tarp because you can pen through that, and then I was going to ghost. But you went up the stairs, and then I heard only one of you going up the stairs, so I knew one of you was at the bottom and one of you was on the stairs, and I lit up the one at the stairs, and you went up top. So I knew that the team was separated. So as soon as the team is separated, I went up and I took an aggressive angle, predicting that Nimbus would peek out the way that he heard me go while using an oil barrel in the middle to block the angle of the guy in the office. So for the first edition here, what I would have recommended you guys doing is starting to contain me from where I last was. For example, the guy up in Skybridge, Killa, you should have started pushing the office hallway and started looking into the pit from the office windows there, and started forming kind of like an L shape on me with him holding audio from stripper real close but in cover, and then you go up top and start finding my position on rafters so you can coordinate a push, and then you could go hole in the wall on hallway while he pushes first floor and then close the L. That would be an example of where to go from there. But what happened was I lit up our friend a little bit, which would have been a kill if this was real ammo, but he fell back, and then I went underneath the tunnels to once again fuck up the audio and to see what you guys would do. So this is something I normally do against teams a lot, because if you have a team of randoms and they have different levels of experience, their reactions might be different, and this is when you can cause enemy teams to friendly fire or just complete fuck up, or they start breaking down. And so that's what I do a lot as a solo player. So what I did is I started using the tunnels because I know the map really well. I went through the tunnels and I repositioned to the pumping station, letting you hear my audio, because that was a trap. I baited you with the trap, and I was looking through the pumping window station windows, and you walked up and you were inside of the window, and I started shooting you through that. And then I set up on the corner, right peeking the corner, so that if you were to peek me after to try to respond, I was going to headshot you right there. So these are all these things that I'm doing that are putting me ahead of you guys, even as a team, that you want to start thinking about stopping me from doing. Were any of you guys thinking about these things happening as they were happening?
Not really.
No.
Okay, well, this is a good example of high tier PvP in my example, like in my opinion. So at a high skill level, when both players can shoot and move and know the map equally, what really determines who wins is the mind games. You got to think ahead of your opponent, especially when there's more than one person. You know, it becomes more mental than anything, repositioning and stuff. I would think less about engaging me at all and more about trapping me and then killing me together, you know, because you guys almost got it at the end there. So one last thing at the end, I baited you again because I heard the guy. So I went up the stairs in the tunnel to go to the door to make you think I might be up there. Then I went back down quietly so that you didn't know. As soon as I heard you go above me to the door to check it, I knew your teammate was alone because I heard him over there. I pushed, and then he was there on the ramp, right? And then I ran past, I baited, and then I came back, but then I stopped sprinting and I walked back to the corner, and you guys still were following my sprinting noises. And then I killed one of you. So that's a perfect example of not getting drawn in by your enemy. Okay. Because I pulled you down there on purpose, and then you guys went right exactly into it. What you could have done is, you know exactly where I'm at. So one person always wants to keep track of the audio, and then the other person maneuvers to trap, and then you move in on it, right? Because you could have gone up above through that back hallway to the other side, trapping me in the tunnels, and then you have two corners, two sides that I'd be on, right? And then you guys go together. Yeah. Okay. And then I would be in front of you guys, and it's way harder to gun down two people, dude. Anyways, let's go again. And
yeah,
I'll deafen myself this time.
So what you try to do is kind of like isolate.
Well, yes. So confuse, isolate, and ideally every time that I engage the enemy, I kill one of you. So ideally I kill one of you the first time. This obviously we're using training rounds. Essentially, I'm not trying to actually kill you, but all my shots, notice where they hit you guys when we do fight. Ideally, they would have killed you, you know, because that's how I like to try to fight squads. The first attack kills one of them. If it's a duo, then problem solved. Otherwise, every time after you kill or shoot, you reposition, confuse, and then engage and kill one. So it should be a really good engagement.
because you have the initiative every time you surprise them, and then you lose it when you engage them, right? So if the squad stays on you and they know where you're at, and they change the initiative so that they maintain it, you're going to lose. That's why breaking contact is so important. When I broke contact from you guys, it really was kind of annoying, right?
Yeah.
And it's
You're trying
the
to
worst
fight
feeling.
1v1s.
Yeah, it's the worst feeling in the world when the guy you're fighting disappears, you know? And you're like, where the fuck did that guy, is he gone? Did he leave or whatever? And you want to kind of make that same feeling happen to the team the whole time. Because if you have a bad team that you're against and you keep disappearing and they're looking for you and they're not communicating well because they're a bad team, they might kill each other. It happens quite often. Yeah. But do you guys think that was helpful? That's pretty interesting information.
Yeah. Like,
That's
I've
good.
never really looked at it as that. Like, I've never really tried to confuse my enemies.
Yeah. Well, that's
Most of
what's
the
going to give
time.
you the edge. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like the biggest extent that I've ever went to in that kind of category is probably like Shoreline Resort audio.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I haven't really even thought at all of that.
Really, you want to try to, in this game, you know, it's very realistic in how the combat works. So whenever you engage someone, just like in real life, you want to try to kill them while not risking yourself at all, right? So let's say you're in factory, there's a guy at the end of that hallway, there's no flanks, and you're at the end of this hallway and he knows you're here. How are you going to do that? Well, you could just wait for him, or you could just attack him, but you also can think outside the box. So outside of just flanking him the long way around, if you really wanted to, but it'd be obvious, right? You could use a grenade, use a flashbang. That's why you always want to have utility on yourself. You could bait a scav over to you, fake a gunfight, and fake dying, and then wait till he comes to loot you. That's some advanced level shit, huh?
How would you fake dying?
Well, you could get into a gunfight and then let the scav shoot a bunch and then pretend to fucking die to the scav or something. I don't know. Here's an example of something I actually did. There was Killa on the map. I was pinned in that same hallway. I pretended he didn't see me come up, but he heard me come up. I pretended to be Killa, or not Killa, sorry, Tagilla, by running against the wall and spinning in place. And then eventually he came to check it out and I killed him because he thought I was the AI. So there's just a bunch of things, you know, as opposed to rushing the corner, I baited him to come to me in my zone. So that's the kind of PvP you want to try to think about. Because if someone else is doing that to you and you don't even think about them thinking about doing that to you, you're already fucked.
Yeah. Alright. So, I think this time, man, what is this guy doing?
Oh yeah, well, you tell me when you're ready, and then I'll deafen myself, just to make it super easy, because I didn't want to hear you guys. It'll be more natural.
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay. Good
He's
luck.
gonna hit an SJ6 and
They're playing it way better, I'll tell you that much. I'm trying to keep my stamina up. This is fun. I'm gonna go over here and get the scav to disguise my movement. Pretty sure they're over by med time. The other one.
Shit! I'm hit. -1.
Was that a laser? All right, GG's.
Crap.
All right, GG's. That was fun, guys. So, why don't you tell me what you guys think about that?
I think that you confused a lot. Like you were one place and then all of a sudden you were in an office and then it was just
Yeah,
very,
it's pretty
very
confusing. My communication right at the end there was terrible when I came at you from the top.
So you know what's funny? I knew without doing that. I knew. So when I saw you, my first thought through my head as I was shooting you was, I bet that was confusing for them because I gotta give you props though. You shot way faster than I thought because I was like, I'm surprised he didn't think I was his teammate. That's what went through my head. But no, you were on it pretty good. It was confusing.
no, I mean,
actually
I know.
what we were trying to do is because he went from the top, like the middle thing,
Mhm.
the middle office area, and I tried to pinch you.
Uh-huh.
So what I was hoping to accomplish, at least, was
Yeah.
trying to get you focused on him, and then I could come from behind and just get a couple easy leg shots.
That was pretty good. So you guys did way better that time, because unlike last time where you guys kind of just fell into everything that I was trying to do, I was feeling during that more so like, where the fuck are they? This is fun. You know, I definitely felt more uncomfortable and not in control. So I would say that you guys locating me and how you went about it and the stealth you guys and the way you stuck together and didn't expose yourself, because I was looking for you guys. I was looking and listening. You guys did really good on that. As far as whoever I shot at first, I think that was Killa. I would definitely be more careful. I mean, think about it. You're looking for a very dangerous man that's looking for you, and you were kind of just running out in the open. I almost killed you with one shot. Because you know, move cover to cover, and definitely not in the open. And if you are in the open, definitely have your gun up, because you were fucked. But you know, it's easy to get complacent and stuff, but this is not the time to be complacent, because you know there's danger. Like, there's no question. This is an empty raid. You know what I mean? You were not ready. So besides that, one thing I felt while we were fighting was, I don't know who I was fighting a lot of these times, but whoever it was, regardless, a lot of the fights didn't have anybody helping each other. You guys were either too spread apart, or someone was engaging while the other person was too wounded, which is really something you want to think about when you're in a team. If I just fucked up your teammate and I was purposely shooting in the arms and stuff a few times, I was trying to give you guys bleeds and fuck up your aim so I could, you know, survive longer, then think about how that dictates the pace of how your squad can respond to things. You know, don't just go running in. Not saying you guys were, I wouldn't know. But if your team has to slow the pace, you got to slow the pace together. Otherwise, you're just making it a really elaborate one-on-one. And if you guys are like, make sure you communicate that, okay, we're going to go I'm going in. And then if your teammates go in, make sure you go in, even if maybe you're not ready to go in. You got to be there, you know?
Yeah.
Because you got to make sure that the enemy has to aim at you both, you know? But anyways, your teammate should not go in if you're not ready to go in. That's where being a good teammate has many different aspects of it from everybody. So, all right, let's go again. If you guys want to, you think that was good? Want to try one time?
Yeah,
Sure.
that was great.
All right, guys, we're actually going to end it here, though. I think that video is long enough. I've got more footage, and I'm going to keep doing these trainings. Let me know in the comments below if you guys thought that was helpful, and if you think anything could be added to it or improved with it, guys. Always helpful to receive feedback from my community, guys. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. Take care.